All right, we are live on YouTube, and today we're going to be discussing the Dramasphere disease has been quarantined. I'm also going to be answering any questions that you may have in the chat regarding any of your business or personal needs with another session of Ask Coach Eli Anything. So stick around for all that and much, much more that's coming right. Live from Northern California, welcome to Wake Up the Neighborhood with the Morning Rooster. That's right. I am your host, Coach Eli, aka the Morning Rooster. How about a double dose of the Morning Rooster to kick off this show? And why am I the Morning Rooster? Because I am here to awaken your success. Because if you don't get out of bed each and every morning with a smile on your face, radiating positivity, you're just not going to get anywhere. So I'm here to take your crappy attitude and make it a good one. I'm here to help teach you how to better love yourself so you can radiate that off into the universe and other people can be naturally attracted back to you and love you as well. Right? Come on now. But first, before we get to this whole show, if this is your first time here, and most importantly, you are open to suggestions and change, please consider subscribing and then banging that bell. And after you bang that bell, when that pop-up box pops up, make sure you select all notifications because that way you won't miss a single thing. You will not miss anything when it comes to getting a better grip on your life. And also make sure on your smartphone, your tablet, your iPhone, your Android, or anywhere that you have the YouTube app installed on, you must also make sure that the YouTube app is set to receive those notifications at a device level. You do all of that and you're set to go. Now, folks, a couple of things before we get into it here. Why is this show called Wake Up the Neighborhood with the Morning Rooster? Well, because it's supposed to be during the daytime. I originally scheduled this show. I'm gonna discuss Pacific time. You can figure out the time in your time zone. But for this example purpose here, or for this story, I'm gonna be discussing Pacific time. I was originally supposed to do this show at 9 a.m. Pacific, I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. I was kind of tossing and turning, thinking about things. I did get up in time to start the show at 9, but I was just still tired and I needed to get some more rest. I changed the time to 11 a.m. Pacific, and then I realized I needed even more rest than that. My sleeping pattern's been all over the place because I've been working tirelessly on a bunch of things. And even though I didn't go live yesterday, I was still, talking with many people and setting things up for the future of this channel. So then I changed it to 1:30 Pacific, which is 4:30 Eastern, and here we are. So my apologies to those of you that were waiting for the show earlier. I do apologize for that. I thank you for being here right now. So that's why the show is called Wake Up the Neighborhood with the Morning Rooster. I typically, use that title and thumbnail when I do morning shows, which has been quite rare lately because, typically during the week, I have my insurance business to run. And on the weekends, I like to try to sleep in a little bit if I can. But if I am able to do a show in the morning, it's called Wake Up the Neighborhood with the Morning Rooster. Makes sense? I hope it sure does. Sounds like it makes sense, right? All right. Got 33 in the box to start off the show. Thank you so much for being here. I want to just welcome a few people in the house. Fizzin, I have unblocked your main account, bro. I do not know why. I'll go to your channel right now, dude. I'll go to your channel right now, and I will tell you that you're not blocked. Red Pill Fizzin. Oh, boy. Nope, you're not blocked, Fizzin. your Red Pill Fizzing account is not blocked. I mean, let me go and check on the Google side of things. Manage your Google account. Give me a second here. Let me just check real quick to make sure you're not blocked on the Google end. Just give me a second. No blocked users. Fizzing, you should be able to come in on your Red Pill Fizzing account, bro. Unless you have me blocked, you know, I don't know what to tell you. So you can use your 206 Pinoy account if you want, but your Red Pill Fizzing account is not blocked on the YouTube end of things or the Google end. So there must be an issue in your neck of the woods, bro. Just letting you know, it's all good. It wasn't me, that's for sure. No, I know, Queen. I know. Fizzing's good. He has a different way of handling this situation, but I understand. I understand why he does what he does. So Fizzing, if you want to try to come on in here under your Red Pill Fizzing account, then that would be fine, dude. 37 in the box. Thank you so much for being here. There's a lot to talk about here, folks. And I'm going to try to keep this show to an hour, hour and a half max, because afterwards I'm going to go and take a walk. And more than likely, I will be doing a walking stream. More than likely from a different location than Red Morton Park today, because the parking lot at Red Morton Park has been closed. You can still walk around there, but it's just a pain in the butt to not be able to pull into a parking spot and park easily. Now, don't get me wrong. There's plenty of residential parking in the area of Red Morton Park. But, you know, it's just much easier. You can pull into a spot and, you know, get your equipment ready and, you know, get the show on the road. But I'll probably do a walking stream about an hour to an hour and a half or so after this show ends. 2 hours max after the show ends if I do it. And it'll be from a different location, more than likely. Mutton Nuts Reviews. It's been that type of lazy day for me. Just couldn't get out of bed till 3 p.m. Eastern. Just been very tired the past few days. I don't blame you. You're working hard. You're trying to, get your YouTube channel off the ground, and you're trying to make things happen. And sometimes you just got to take a day or two off and rest. Sometimes you're going to schedule a live stream in the morning like I did, and you just say, look, I got to reschedule it for later on the day because I need to catch up on rest. So anyway. Let me just address you very first and foremost. Ronaldo, a.k.a. Trim Hits, a.k.a. Dr. Robert. You keep coming in on a bunch of sock accounts, thumbing me down, and, creating these stupid sock accounts, using my ex-girlfriend's picture and making different variation sock accounts on her name. And then you wonder why I don't want to talk with you. Here's the thing, Ronaldo. Okay, we'll just call you Ronaldo for example purposes, right? Okay? I will make a deal with you right now. And if you abide by this deal for 1 week, then you know what? I will set up an interview with you and I on a Grip on Life 2. It will not be done on this channel. There's no way in hell I'm ever bringing you or anyone else from the Dramasphere on this channel ever, ever, ever again. Ever. Not going to happen. It'll be on a Grip on Life 2. Uncensored live streams, because you got a big mouth. You got a big potty mouth. I do too, but I know how to turn it on and off, right? But here's what you're going to have to do, Ronaldo. You're going to have to stop thumbing me down fucking 100 times per show and stop coming in on these sock accounts. They don't trigger me. And the thumbs down, they don't affect me or bother me. But I want to see if you're willing to do your part, then I'll do my part. If you show me a little good faith, Ronaldo, then I'll show you a little good faith and we'll do an interview 1 week from today on a Grip on Life 2. But you're going to have to stop thumbing me down, and you're going to have to stop creating all these socks and coming into the channel with socks. I mean, look, dude, it's real simple. Queen Helen Casey or myself or Mutton Nuts Reviews or any of the other mods we'll just ban you. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just looking to see if you're willing to do your part to make this interview happen. If you really want to talk with me that bad, we're going to have to negotiate here. Negotiate the terms. Show me that you want to talk with me for the right reasons. Stop thumbing me down and stop trolling my chat. We know it's you. Anyway, it's all good. Thank you, Queen, for moderating the chat. We got 38 in the box. So that's all I'm going to say to you, Ronaldo. I'm going to be discussing a bunch of people within the Dramasphere today and mentioning how the Dramasphere disease has been quarantined and what I had to do to quarantine this Dramasphere disease. Because that's what it is, folks. This coronavirus thing has allowed me to look a lot more closely at what's been happening with these trolls and haters. And the best way to put it is they are like the coronavirus, okay? And if you allow one of them, just one of them, to be a part of your channel, that one person is infected, and that one person leads back to a massive infection of the rest of the group. The only way to stop this Dramasphere and to truly move forward is to block and remove every single person that's either been a part of that Dramasphere in the past or is still currently a part. Or if they do decide to become a part of it or go follow their content, then they get blocked. Again, it's just like the COVID-19, coronavirus, right? They're trying to quarantine the virus by social distancing people, 6 feet apart at least, right? So it's the same freaking thing here with the Dramasphere group, the Dramasphere virus. If you allow just one person in your house from that Dramasphere that's already infected with the Dramasphere disease, then boom, you get infected, so does everyone in your channel, and then the rest of the Dramasphere, boom, is still, doing their thing. They're still going to come at you. They're still going to make content on you. They're still going to troll you with sock accounts, etc. Okay? So in order to fully quarantine the Dramasphere, I had to make a decision to remove every single person from my channel that's ever been a part of the Dramasphere, still currently is, and playing both sides of the fence. And down the road, anyone that comes here and does go to these other channels and supports these people, or especially becomes moderators on their channels, they're going to be removed as well. I want absolutely nothing to do with the other side. Now, like I mentioned a second ago, Ronaldo, I would be willing to give you one interview on a Grip on Life 2 uncensored live streams in 1 week if you immediately, starting today, stop thumbing me down and stop trolling my chats. You want that interview? That's the only way you're going to get it. And if you're going to come back at me and say, I'm not the one thumbing you down or trolling you, well, if it so happens to not be you, which I wouldn't believe that anyway, then you have access to the people that are doing it. You can get them to back off. Get the thumbs down to back off. Get the trolling to stop for 1 week. And then you're going to get your interview with me. That's the only way I will do it. That's it. That's the only way I will do it. Mutton Nuts Review says, Queen gets them before I can. She has a quick trigger finger. She does. She really does. And that's good. That's great. So anyway. And Susie, I know you're simulcasting me right now. Because if you weren't, I'd have like 70 people here. I've got 35 and you probably have 35, 40, right? And we'll get to you in a bit here. I'm not here to talk smack about you, Susie. But we'll get to you. We're going to get to everyone here. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Do what you got to do. But that's fine. Stick around. And you're simulcasting me unlisted because I'd take you down for copyright immediately if you were doing it publicly. But anyway. And plus, I've got my 3 managers. Even though I'm in the studio right now, I've got my 3 managers that are watching and looking for things, and they're filling out the DMCAs where necessary. It's amazing how many people have gone down for copyright on this channel lately. Let's just put it that way. Noteworthy one of them is the DeRosa Show channel. Kept messing with the bull, dude, and you got the horns. That's the bottom line. I warned you many times. And I gave you lots of fair warning, and you just didn't listen. 206 Pinoy, me too. You're either on this side or that one. There is no middle ground. Fizzin, why are you not able to come here on your main account? It is not blocked, bro. You are not blocked anywhere on the Google platform or YouTube. You're clear. Fizzin, can you make sure that you don't have me blocked? It's all good. It's all good in the hood. All right. So, like I said, once again, the only way to quarantine the Dramasphere disease is to get rid of everyone. Even people that are trying to play both sides of the fence or have been a part of the Dramasphere at one point or another. Unblock DeRosa or else what? What you gonna do? DeRosa's never getting unblocked, neither is anyone else. And I shouldn't even be recognizing you, but I just feel like calling you out and making you look like a fool. Because that's what you are. Look at how desperate these people are. Like, I'm not triggered one bit. Like, the behavior of these people is absolutely preposterous. Like, it's just preposterous beyond belief. I know he's a troll. I just banned him. I even beat Quinn Helen Casey to the punch, and I'm running the show. Oh, I can see these guys coming in. I agree with your last statement, Quinn Helen Casey, for him to F off. I get it. So, Oral Lessons with Chi-Chan. This drama reminds me of that Tiger King show on Netflix. The trolls are awful cyberbullies. Yeah, I've heard about that. I might end up checking it out. Oral Lessons with Chi-Chan. Welcome to the show. Pablo Escobar is streaming you. That's a good one, Ronaldo. That's good. Dr. Robert. Pablo Escobar is streaming you. Well, thank you, Pablo, for the notoriety. Ronaldo, you don't like the fact that I'm a better troll than you. I'm a real YouTuber, but I'm also a better troll than you. You have no idea what my capabilities are, dude. And that's why you keep coming at me, because you can't get to me. Because I haven't even started trolling you yet, Ronaldo. But if I started to troll you, you would have no idea what would hit you. And it wouldn't be anything illegal. I don't do illegal things, Ronaldo. But I'll hit you good. Trust me, bro. Trust me, dude. And the fact that I trigger you every day to try to get me to come onto your show is just glorious enough, man. Like, I just sit there and laugh. I'll tune in. Like, you did a 3-hour stream yesterday. I'll tell you, I tuned in for 30 minutes of it, the first 30 minutes. And I'm like, it's the same old shit, different day. Right? It's the same old shit, different day. That's all it is. But anyway, I had to remove a few people from my channel that were once a part of JB Gunner's Gun Squad. And I'm going to mention why I removed them. It's basically the same reason that I've been sharing for the last, 10, 15 minutes of this show. I regret to inform all of you that Sandra P. and similar evil have been banned and removed from this channel, and also from Hangouts if we were connected there. And this is the reason why. They were once a part of the Gun Squad, and once a part of that Dramasphere, you're infected. And no matter how much you try to remove that, you still have some of that with you. Sandra, if you're watching here, listen, I've got no problems with you. I don't think you're a bad person. But I honestly saw you on the Mad Shangy's Coach Shangy channel a few days ago. And you have a moderator wrench there. And basically, you were there to support a stream that was partially hating on me. And I'm not going to put up with that. Quite frankly, I think you're just like the rest of the people, the rest of the women on his Shangy squad, whatever you want to call it. I think all of you women have some infatuation with the Mad Shangy, and I'm going to leave it at that. You can put two and two together and figure out the rest. But, I'm just not going to put up with that. Additionally, Sandra, and you've done this multiple times, you never really came at me. You never really, how do I say this the right way? You never really attacked me directly, but indirectly on my channel you kind of did, because you would always question and challenge everything I do. You would always tell me, stop talking about this and move forward. Stop talking about JB and all these people, right? And move forward. And I've always told you, Sandra, that I tried going silent. I tried ignoring these people. And even when I was ignoring them, they would hit my audience behind the scenes. They would still attack my channel. So the only way that I could ever get rid of all this, Dramasphere infestation is to quarantine it by addressing it. And I wanted to address it back then, and I wanted to address it here today. And if I want to address it each and every day for the rest of my life, that's up to me. And if you folks don't want to be here to watch these types of shows, or if you don't want to follow me at all, then that's on you. You can unsubscribe and leave. You can block me and leave. It is your choice. It is your choice. Yeah, and it's funny how Zero Filter Jules just came in here and the spam filter caught her message. We didn't approve it, and then we just banned you, Jules. Jules, keep my name out of your lying arse mouth. You pussy. You lied about why I'm over Shangy's. You want yes people over here, you numpty. Listen, Jules. What happened to your boyfriend, Warrior Spirit, that was a moderator here? You see, I heard that he got tired of the drama and he left you for that. He was a good guy. And I still think he is a good guy, and I still think that you're a good person. So what happened with that? And it's none of my business. I really don't care. But do you not understand that the group of people that you're associating with, especially the Coach Shangy group, they destroyed your personal life, just like JB had a hand in destroying mine. And instead of going off and doing your own thing and removing all this drama, you continue to insert yourself into it. And then you have the nerve to come over here and say, keep your name out of my mouth. I never mentioned you one time. All I was talking about was Shangy. I never mentioned you. You came in here on your own. Heck, you weren't even banned because I didn't think I needed to ban you, but now you are banned. 206 Pinoy, well, the things that people say I should be pissed off with you about doesn't really piss me off. I agree. I agree, Fizzin. Queen Helen Casey, bye, Jules. You're not welcome here. 206 what's the beef with you and Shangy, Eli? The bottom line is he's jealous of me, dude. He's a jealous, insecure dude. He's jealous, insecure, and very needy. He's a I think he's like 35. He's a 35-year-old man that behaves like a 2-year-old little girl. Look at his behavior. He's very immature, dude. Look at his community tab. All he's doing is going back and forth with another 34, 35-year-old millennial from Florida. He's in Canada. The other millennial, Jamie Lycan is in Florida, right? And all they're doing is going back and forth and sharing pictures of how each other is fat. Here's the funny thing. With no disrespect, both of these guys had gained at least 30 pounds in the last 6 months because of this Dramasphere. Does that not say something about how messed up of a life these guys are living? Not only are they guys that are acting like women and they're infested in this freaking drama, okay? It's gotten so bad to the point of where they're eating horribly and they're not exercising, so they're gaining weight. And you can see it, right? And then what do? Now they gain weight. Now they attack each other on their community walls with memes of, oh, there's Shangy's head. Jamie put Shangy's head on this big, huge, fat dude. Now, seriously, how mature is that, James and Shangy? Like, seriously, man. To be honest with you, Fizzin, I personally don't have a problem with Shangy's intentions. He wants to help take down the bad guys that are hurting the good people. But at the same time, he acts like he acts very immature. He's very insecure. He needs a lot of validation, which is why he has all these women like Jules and Barbara P and all these women there, right? Like Shangy needs to have that. And I wasn't going to mention this, but I will mention it again because I just don't care. Like again, our RJ put the cat out of the bag, so I can say it. Doesn't matter. Okay, I occasionally will still talk with SB. I don't talk with her all the time. I occasionally check in with her to see how she's doing because I care about her well-being. My business with SB is done. But I'm not going to throw someone or kick someone to the curb that helped me and I helped. I consider her a good person and a good friend. But even with her, like her and Shangy keep going back and forth. Oh, Shangy reached out to me again. Oh, this and that and blah, 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 blah. And I know she doesn't really want me talking about this, but I gotta share with you folks what's going on here. The problem with Shangy is that he doesn't love himself. He's very insecure and requires a lot of validation. And that's what all of these women give to him, right? And then when somebody comes at him with something legitimate, he fights back with memes and he acts like a little 2-year-old girl, like a little kid to try to defend himself. It's just stupid. And I'll tell you, the guy thinks he's going to get super chat. He's been talking about getting super chat and getting monetized. Dude, your channel will never get monetized. You've got too many content ID claims. You've got strikes. Your content is not advertiser friendly. It violates community guidelines. Your community tab violates community guidelines. Dude, you will never ever get into YPP, the YouTube Partner Program, unless you clean up your act. Are you capable of doing it? Yes. Do I think you're going to do it? No. Because you've been the same for the last 3 years that I've known you. So there's your answer, Fizzin. Shangy is immature, weak, needy, desperate, and insecure. And he seeks a lot of validation from all those females that are giving it to him, including you, Jules. That's the truth. That's the bottom line truth. Validation-seeking behavior is not masculine energy. It's feminine energy. It is normal for women to seek the validation and approval of men. It is not normal for men to seek approval and validation from women. So in essence, you got these two dudes, Jamie Lycan and Coach Shangy, a.k.a. the Mad Shangy, a.k.a. Patrick. They're two dudes in their mid-30s that are millennials, okay, that are very immature and insecure, and they act like women. They basically act more feminine than masculine. I'm not trying to attack anyone or criticize anyone. You go over to Lycan Theories and Coach Shangy's community wall, and you tell me if that's normal behavior or mature behavior. You tell me. So, in essence, dude, 206 Pinoy, a.k.a. Red Pill Fizzin', I don't have a problem with anyone. But these people are just insecure and immature people that are seeking validation from a group of other people just like them that are also insecure and immature. Does that answer your question, bro? Let me know. Got 39 in the box. Thank you so much for being here. Give me 1 second here. Excellent. Excellent. So Sandra, I wish you the best of luck. I don't hate you. I don't think you're a bad person, but you're infected with the Dramasphere disease. And quite frankly, even if you were to come back to me and say, you know what, I'm leaving the Dramasphere completely, it's not going to matter. If you've ever once been a part of that Dramasphere, you're already infected. Look at it like the AIDS virus. Once you get AIDS, there's no cure for AIDS. Once you get, and I'm not trying to criticize the AIDS disease, right? But once you're a part of that Dramasphere, it's like having AIDS. I was never a part of the Dramasphere. All I did was defend myself. I never was on their side attacking people in the ways they attack people. All I have ever done is defend myself. That's it. That's all. So once you get infected with this Dramasphere disease, there's no coming back from it. It's permanent. And that's the reason why. It's Melly Channel. It's Melly Channel. Are you smelly, Michelle? How did you find out about this channel? That's interesting. You have 182 subs. You have a Hello Kitty channel art. 206 Pinoy, Shangy's behavior doesn't bother me. That's your personal thing. So you're telling me that his immature and insecure behavior doesn't bother you, Fizzin'? You're a grown-ass man like me in your mid-40s. I'm 46. I think you're, what, 44, 45? Dude, we're around the same age. And you're telling me that his immature, insecure, and validation-seeking behavior doesn't bother you, dude? I mean, dude, seriously, bro. That's your personal thing, 206 Pinoy, a.k.a. Red Pill Fizzin' says, but to each their own. I don't like to say negative things about people when I don't need to. Dude, the guy's been coming at me every now and then. The whole Dramasphere has been coming at me. The whole Dramasphere is infected with the Dramasphere virus. You understand, dude? If you are friends with one of those hundreds of people that are a part of the JV Gunner, Susie Q7979, Coach Shangy, Brutally Lauren, and certain other creators, if you're a part of any of those channels, or if you're a part of being friends with any one person that's involved with any of those channels, you are infected with the Dramasphere disease. All they do is go from channel to channel to channel and do the same thing. All they do is talk about drama all day, every day. That's all they do is they talk smack about people. You got a guy like Zia's son. Zia, dude, you're an immature, insecure person as well, dude. You come on these panels and you talk smack about people, dude. Like, seriously, no one's done anything to you, dude. And plus, you don't use your real name or your real picture, bro. So where is your place in this whole thing, dude? And you want to talk with me as well? What's the point? There is no point. It's Melly channel. How'd you find out about this channel? I'm curious to know. You're not going to answer now? That's interesting. You know, when people don't answer simple, reasonable questions like that, you know, it makes me wonder why they're here. Why are people so afraid to answer simple questions? Because when they're trolling, they don't want to answer those questions. They don't, because then it gives away they're trolling. I'm not saying that it's Melly channel is a troll, but you never know. She does have some videos up. Queen, you did ban her, but I don't know. She might be a real channel. Let me see here. No, Queen, I'm going to unban her. I'm going to unban her because I just looked at her channel and it does look like it's a real channel. But I'm just curious to know. I'd like for you are unbanned. It's Melly channel, but keep an eye on her, Queen. And if she goes crazy, then you can block her. But give her a chance to speak. I want to hear who she is. I looked at her channel and it looks legit, but it could also be, you know, someone like, you know, Ronaldo Trim Hits, Dr. Robert, you know, duplicating a channel that's real to use it as a sock account. Sometimes people will do that. It's possible. You never know. But it's Melly channel. Yes, Mama Goody says she looks real to me. No, she probably is. Thank you, Queen. But it's Melly channel. You came in here and said hello, and you haven't said a word since. Can you let us know how you found out about the channel? And tell us a bit about yourself. Say hello to the mods in the chat. Say hello to me. I'm running the show. Because they're trolling you, I guess. It could be. She could be trolling me. And that's why. Anyway. So, Sandra, best of luck to you. I guess, Melly, you better speak before I block you again. Yeah, Queen, if she says nothing, don't block her. We can always block her down the road. Like, don't block her unless she says something that's ban-worthy. You know what I'm saying? Don't block her unless she's using trolling type of words or she says something that's worthy of being banned. At some point, I want to hear what she has to say, and if she ends up being a troll, then boom, then we'll get her. It's all good. But thank you for protecting the channel. I appreciate that. Anyway, best of luck to you, Sandra. Apparently, our plans to do videos together because you live local to me are not going to happen. I'm sorry it had to end up this way. I sincerely mean that. But yeah, I just can't have any even small leaks into this infested, you know, or infected Dramasphere with the Dramasphere disease. Another person that you'll no longer see her anymore, Similar Evil. Similar Evil had sent me an email in the past and made me aware, and I didn't really look at his emails too closely, but last night I went back and I reread them. And I found out that he used to be the Conservative and Proud channel that came over to my channel and ended up getting banned, and then was a part of JB Gunner's channels, including JB Gunner's #Gun Squad channel. And Similar Evil, I appreciate the donations and I appreciate what you've done. The bottom line is, dude, you've also been a part of the Dramasphere. And you're also someone that did something similar or was doing something similar that Sandra, you know, was doing. sometimes you would question certain things I would do. And I don't need to be questioned on how I handle the Dramasphere or my channel. You see, I want people to be a part of my channel that are naturally here because they like myself and they like my content and they like the people I associate with. The Dramasphere people are always on edge and they're always, questioning things, for no reason. And that's what I got tired of. People that are normal, average, everyday people that come across a channel and want to support it are not going to constantly question the host of the channel or the channel owner on a live stream. They're just going to be, hey, how you doing? Like, look at Muttnuts Reviews. All she does is say, hello, Eli, how are you doing today? What does Queen say? Hello, Eli, how are you doing today? They don't question what I do. Now, if they want to give an opinion on something I've done, they do it respectfully, and I respond to them. But they don't question my intentions all the damn time. Mama Goonie, hey, welcome to the show. Love Hello Kitty. Yes, all the women used to love Hello Kitty when I was growing up. And they used to have this Hello Kitty eraser that would smell like bubble gum that the girls would have. So then all the guys bought it too, even though it was more feminine. All the guys would buy the Hello Kitty eraser. Because, back in those days, when we would do those Scantron tests and all that, if we made a mistake, we needed to have a better eraser to erase. Right? Now everything's done on a computer. But back in those days, Hello Kitty products, especially that eraser that smelled like bubble gum, and I think it was a blue eraser or something, or pink or something. I think they were different colors. It actually smelled pretty good, actually. Anyway. This dude's talking about Hello Kitty erasers. He's really a flaming you-know-what. Yeah, go ahead and say it, JB. Is that what you're all about? Just entertaining people? Listening to what everyone, including myself, says line by line? And then making content on it? Like, come on, dude. Come on, man. Muttnuts Review says, okay, question. How do I block someone on my YouTube page? I don't see the block button now that YouTube has changed things up, but they haven't changed anything regarding that, Muttnuts Reviews. If it's during a live stream, you go to the three dots to the right of their name from your laptop or desktop, and then you click on Hide User from Channel. If it's not on a live stream, you can go to their channel and then go and click on the About section of their channel, and then click on Block User, and that'll do it. If you're on your mobile device, you can go to their channel page, and then there's a section at the top right of the mobile app. I think there's like a three-dot section at the top right section of the YouTube mobile app once you reach a channel's destination, and then you click that, and it gives you an option to block the user there. So that's how you do it. Or you could go inside your studio from your desktop, click on Settings, and click on Community, and then go to your Hide Users, and then copy and paste their channel link there. Those are the ways that you can block people. That's me putting on my YouTube certified hat. We're at 1 hour exactly right now, folks. I'm going to step away and take a break in about 5-6 minutes or so, and then I'm going to come back for another 30 minutes or so to talk about some other things as well. But yeah, Sandra Palacio, Sandra P, and also Similar Evil are no longer welcome here. And I to be honest with you, I don't think they're bad people. And I have nothing bad to say about them. But both of them came from the Gun Squad. And Sandra is now over as a moderator on, Shangy's channel. And Shangy is an enemy. And Shangy is infested with this Dramasphere disease, just like the rest of them. He's no different. You're no different, Shangy. And here's the thing, dude. I don't care how many memes you make on me. I don't care how many videos you do on me. I don't care if you call me cuck. I don't care what you do, bro, because I'm so secure within myself that none of your words bother me, dude. But I know my words bother you. You know how I know that? It is because of the fact that you are insecure, dude. Because if you were really a secure dude, and if you weren't always seeking validation, anything I say to you right now wouldn't bother you. But if you actually were secure, it'd be noticeable, and I wouldn't be calling you out. So there you go. But do what you gotta do, bro. Do what you gotta do. If you are thinking that your Coach Shangy channel is going to get monetized and you're going to be the successful YouTuber with the content you create that violates all these guidelines, if you're thinking you're going to get somewhere doing that, dude, just wait and see what happens. I predict within the next 1 to 3 months that your channel will be shut down by YouTube for violating terms of service. It's happened to you many times over the past several years. And you don't learn. You just don't learn. You try to create real content, and then you get no traction. And then you feed back into the drama, and then you seem to get some temporary fake traction, right? And what happens when you reinsert yourself back into the drama, Shangy? Eventually, your channels get shut down because your channel goes from being somewhat decent to being a hate channel. You've also done drugs on your channel. You've also shared some pretty explicit pictures on your community tab. And you've also had some choice words to say on your community tab and your shows. So what part of that don't you understand, dude? Got some trolls I need to block on my comments. Mutt Nuts Reviews, the best way to manage your comments is to go into YouTube Studio from your laptop or desktop and then click on comments. And the new Studio filters out comments that you haven't responded to. You can filter comments out in many different ways. You can even search for certain channels and certain words in comments. It's pretty good. You go in there and you have all the options. You can actually flag somebody for spam, and it'll automatically remove them from your channel. You could delete the comment and not take any action, or you can hide user from channel, which will delete the comment and ban them on your channel. So that's my recommendation. That's how I manage my comments. There's no way in hell you're going to go to every single video page and answer them there. Use your Studio on the back end of your YouTube channel to manage your comments. It's very, very easy to do so. Very easy to do so. And for those of you that don't like the new YouTube Studio, I'm going to actually probably do a live stream on how to use Studio. If you folks want me to do a live stream on how to use the new Studio, because Creator Studio Classic is still around, but it's not going to be around that much longer. And some channels have already lost the ability to use the escape hatch on the bottom left of your web browser to access it. Now, I haven't yet. And I still do use some parts of Creator Studio Classic because the one aspect that has not been fully transferred over to the new Studio is creating live stream events. If you want to create live stream events and schedule them in advance like I do, you have to go through Creator Studio Classic. And even if you try to do it through the new Studio, there's a button at the bottom right that says events. And when you click on it, it reverts you back to the events section of Creator Studio Classic. Agent Randy Savage Beans, mod me so I can talk. Oh no, I'm going to ban you. So you can't. Have a nice day, Blue Ball Brandon. Have a nice day. And now here we go again. Here we go again with the botting starting again. We've got 147 in the box right now. We're getting live stream botted again. Well, thank you for that. If you folks want to continue to waste your money on me, continue doing it. It's all good. It's all good. Mutt Nuts Reviews. I'm still learning the new YouTube studio, and I still have the old one, but try not to use it, so I learned a new one. Yeah, it's pretty simple, actually. I've uploaded videos from the new studio. Anything I can do in studio, I use studio. And let me tell you something, Mutt Nuts Reviews. The analytics in the new studio are superior to the old one. So I got to tell you, like, you know, you get information on your impression click-through rate. Like, you know, it shows you how many impressions your thumbnail was shown to people on YouTube, and then what your click-through rate is of those impressions. So out of all the people that saw your thumbnail show up on their home feed of their YouTube account, what percent of them clicked on it, right? It shows you great details or great detail of analytics that was not available in the former Creator Studio Classic. So if you want me to do a stream on that at some point, I'll get to that within a week or two. I would love to do a live stream and share with you folks the benefits of the new Creator Studio. It is pretty darn good. Very good. Okay, so we've talked about Ronaldo Smith Jenkins, aka Trem Hits, aka Dr. Robert. You know what you need to do. And, you know, being live view botted, whether it's you or someone else, will not get you that interview. It won't. As a matter of fact, I know who's live view botting me. But I'm not going to say anything because it doesn't matter. But I know who it is. It's all good. YouTube will filter out all those views, and the real number of views will show up, you know, within the next 24 hours when the artificial intelligence filters them out. It's all good. Not a big deal. It's not a big deal. We talked about Sandra Palacio. We've talked about Similar Evil. When I come back, you know, I want to address Brutally Lauren. I want to address Susie Q7979. I want to address more so. Well, actually, sorry. We also talked about Shangy, and we talked about Jamie Lycan Theory. But again, like I said, I want to address Brutally Lauren, Susie Q7979, maybe a little bit of JD Gunner, and anyone else that is a major player in creating content with these Dramasphere channels and this Dramasphere group of people. So stick around for that. What I'm going to do now is cue up some music and take about a 5 to 7 or 8 minute break or so. Just give me a second here. Give me a second. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay. All right, folks. I will be back in just a few. Stick around. Well, wait a minute. Eli, you going to get to my issue? Well, what is your issue, dude? Fizzin, 206 Pinoy. When you write out your issue, unless you wrote it up and further up and I didn't see it, when you put out your issue right now in the chat, and I'll scroll up and I will read the chat when I get back in about 7-8 minutes or so. My eye's doing great. And you can tell the swelling's gone down. The swelling's gone way down. But yeah, you can still tell it's there. But do you notice? Look, I've got HD, crystal clear. I've got a real camera. Let me come close. Can you see that? I know you talked about stuff on your streams and your videos. I have seen your streams and videos, Fizzin. I have seen them. But can you be specific and ask the questions here in the chat, and they'll be all good? Yes, that would be a cool stream, says Mama Goonie, regarding the Creator Studio. Yeah, we'll make it interactive. It looks way better. Of course it does. I got bit by a mosquito. If I had a black eye, it would not be healing. Like a black eye would be there'd be a shiner there for several weeks. When you get bit by a mosquito, what happens is there's pus that builds up, and then it has to naturally, heal itself and drain over the course of a week or so. But I've got a great immune system, and my body repairs quickly. It's obvious. Yes, take your break. They'll be ready when you return. Sounds good. All right. All right, folks. I'll be back just a little bit. Stick around. Do not go anywhere. Good coffee. Good coffee. Oh, yeah. All right. Welcome back to Wake Up the Neighborhood with the Morning Rooster. Live here on YouTube. I am your host, Coach Eli, a.k.a. the Morning Rooster. And one more time. Let's give you all a double dose of the Morning Rooster! Because once again, the Morning Rooster, which is me, is here to awaken your success. That's what I'm all about. And let me tell you something. You have a choice. You have a choice whether you want to follow me, believe in me, and take my advice or not. That's completely up to each and every individual out there. And there are many people out there that just don't have a care for what I do, and that's all good. You have the right to not care about me. But the people that do care about me also have the right to follow me, support me, and allow me to support them as well. And that's all I'm saying here. But anyway. Oh, man. So, 206 Pinoy, a.k.a. Red Pill Fizzin'. Go ahead and start asking your questions, dude, because I'm going to wrap things up in about 30 minutes here. I'm going to get into the Susie Q7979 thing. And Susie, I'm not here to attack you. I'm just here to state the facts. And to be quite honest with you, I'm going to be real and genuine with you. I may mention a few things about, JB. He did put out a video the other day regarding his illness. And we'll talk about that for a few. And then I'm also going to talk about Brutally Lauren for a little bit. And I'm even going to mention RJ Sandifer as well. Folks, this whole Dramasphere is infested with Dramasphere infected people with the Dramasphere virus. And again, you allow one of these people to come into your chat, or you talk with one of these, Dramasphere disease-infected people privately, all they do is they try to, extract information from you, and then they go on to other people's live stream chats, and they talk smack about you. Just like you did the other day on the Coacheli channel, RJ. I know you're listening, RJ. Now, I don't think I've blocked RJ yet here, but, the moment he does come in, he will be blocked. I'll probably manually... As a matter of fact, Jesus, why don't I just go block him right now? Let's do that. Let me just go to youtube.com. Let's type in RJ Sandifer. Oh, yeah, his channel's not there. That's right. I forgot he deleted his channel. He's got that. He admitted that he had this Troll Police sock account. If Troll Police does come in here, folks, just ban Troll Police immediately. It really saddens me, RJ, that you had to, once again, start playing both sides of the fence. Again, I don't think you even really realize what you're doing. And I'm not mad at you, dude, because Shangy said the same thing. And I'll agree with Shangy on this. He said that, look, you're blind and you're autistic, and, you have more autistic people have legitimate difficulty understanding certain social cues. Plus, RJ, because StreamYard only allows you to stream for 20 hours now with the free version. Once you reach your 20 hours, you're not able to run panels on your show. So now you have to go to other people's panels, and the only way they're going to let you come on there is if you talk shit about me, and that's all you did, or talk smack about other people, right? And so, why do I think you're now going back and forth once again when you yourself told myself and some other people on my side behind the scenes that you're done with the drama? It's because you yourself are seeking validation. You yourself are trying to entertain yourself. You're trying to keep yourself occupied until your 20 hours of free streaming are reset in the next month within your StreamYard. And it's sad, dude. You see, RJ, I even offered when you were here and I thought things were good, I even offered to pay for your StreamYard to help you out. But instead of taking me up on that offer and continuing to do the right thing and create the real content you wanted to create, you now have gone back to the Dramasphere side. And it's never going to end. And that's why, RJ, you're another one that I will never talk to again. I will never, have you on a panel again. I'll never come on one of your panels ever again. And it's not because I think you're a bad guy. I don't think you're a bad guy. I just think that you're invested in this for the entertainment aspect and you just like the fun of it. If you were here to create real content, RJ, you would have taken one of the several opportunities I gave you to do it. So yeah, RJ's another leak into the Dramasphere disease. So he had to go as well. Scroll up, listed number 1 and 2. What Fizzin says. Let me see here. Where did you put them, 1 and 2, bro? I'm trying to find them, dude. I don't see anything. Scroll up, 1 and 2. They are 1 and 2. I see that. Yes, take your break. They'll be ready when you return. They are the number 1 and number 2, is what you said. Mama Goonie says, you got coffee, I got Diet Dr. Pepper and cream soda. That sounds good. My questions are there, number 1 and 2. How far up are they, dude? Like, how far up do I have to go? I'm scrolling up and I don't see them anywhere. I mean, dude, I'm scrolling up. Fizzin, can you ask your questions one more time, dude? Because I don't see your questions anywhere. Maybe they didn't go through because I have certain block words with Nightbot and, the YouTube block words list. And sometimes it didn't show up, dude. Right below that, right after your break. I see, yes, take your break. They'll be ready when you return. It may show on your end, bro, but it's not showing on my end because I think you use some block words. Can you try to tell me what you said as clean as possible? And let me know right after you type out your answer because it's just not showing up. You're probably saying some things that are blocking what you're saying. And I think I have an idea why your Red Pill Fizzin is banned. I think I know. Let me actually go to Nightbot. I think I know why you're banned now. You're not banned, but I think I had your name as a blocked word. Let me see here. Give me a second, Fizzin. I'll fix this right now. Oh, that's why. That's why you can't come in here. All right. Now, give me just one more second. Well, you said you just did, and let me tell you something. You don't see them. They're not coming through because you're using blocked words, bro. That's the thing. Let me go, and if you're putting your name in there, your name was a blocked word because I didn't know whose side you were, and now I know where you're at. So let me actually give me a second here. You're going to be able to come back in on your Red Pill Fizzin account in just a second, dude. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. All right, there you are. There you are. Give me a second, bro. Now I know why you can't come in on your Red Pill Fism account. The Nightbot security is great. Even if you're unbanned and you block a name through Nightbot, Nightbot still won't allow that person to chat. All right, Fism, do me a favor. Switch to your Red Pill Fism account and then say what you were saying. I bet you without a doubt that you'll be able to talk on your Fism account right now. Okay, let's try this. You're talking about JB is violating your civil rights according to YT community standards. Why is he still here? I wouldn't go as far and say that JB is violating your civil rights. Let me just say one thing, bro. What I've learned throughout this whole ordeal is that there's a difference between a civil matter and a criminal matter. And even if people are defaming your character or, they're harassing you and stuff like that, they're stalking you, it is a civil matter, meaning that if you want anything done, you have to file a civil lawsuit and pay for it out of your pocket. Okay? Is it illegal what they're doing? Are they breaking the law? Yes, they are. But it's not considered a criminal matter. It's considered a civil matter. And that's what these people do. That's what JB Gunner and Susie Q7979 do. They don't break the actual criminal laws. They have in the past, and they learned from that. At least I think they did. Okay? But the laws that they do break or the laws that they do push are considered civil matters. And they know in order for anything to get done, you have to sue that person civilly, pay for an attorney, pay for court fees, yada, 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 right? And then you have to prove it, which even if they have violated the law in a civil way, you still have to prove it, which is hard to do. He's attacking me with racist trolling. Yeah, dude, those are just words, bro. And here's the thing. If you want to take him to court and sue him for using racial words, I could probably tell you this, that any judge on the planet would probably laugh and say, dude, just ignore that. I get what you're saying, Fizzin. Listen, I've learned a lot about this, and that's why the best thing to do is to ignore the guy. Now, when the guy called your recovery program and basically ratted you out for shooting video there, okay, which, you shooting video there was kind of not the right thing to do, but you know what? It was none of JB's business to get in there and get involved in that over some dude on the internet. Now, in that situation, yes, he was clearly harassing you, and stalking you. And basically, you have a civil matter there where you could actually, sue him civilly. Okay, it's not a criminal matter, dude. And maybe it should be a criminal matter, but that's not the way the police, the FBI, and the court system looks at it, bro. And that's why, for me, I've just learned to ignore the words of these people. The words these people do don't mean anything. And there's no reason to, try to fight them on this because it's a civil matter. And they're just doing it for entertainment. Like, all these people, all they're doing this for is for entertainment purposes. Do you know what I mean? Now, 206 Pinoy, can you come back in on your main account? It should be working right now. 34 in the box. Thank you so much for being here. Listen, Fizzin, I'm on your side, dude. And I understand how you feel. But when handling people like JB Gunner, Susie, and others, when handling these people, you gotta look and see what they're doing that's criminal and focus on that. Anything that they're doing that's considered a civil case, and just ignore it. You know what I'm saying? So come back in on your main account, bro. So it looks like somebody from Shangy's side just came in on Sock and said, Shangy is getting ready to stream about you. Shangy, you can stream about me all day, every day. I don't give a damn. Because let me tell you again, Shangy, number one, you will never get monetized. And if you somehow get monetized, you will lose your monetization based on the community guidelines you violate and based on not being advertiser friendly. So, you know, if Shangy wants to do a live stream and get triggered and talk about me all day, every day, he can go ahead and do that. I'm just going to go take my walk and do my stream with my normal audience. And if I only have 5 or 10 people here that are normal, that's good enough for me. I just don't care what any of you do. I really don't care what Shangy does. Because the more and more that he does stupid things like this, the more it shows how weak, needy, desperate, and insecure he is. And he gets triggered because it's true. Like, look, people keep calling me cuck all day, every day. I don't care. I ignore it. I laugh at it. And I just move on and do my own thing. But see, for Shangy, he can't do that. Because he's an insecure person. That's the bottom line. He's an insecure person. And he gets no traction on his content unless he's either talking about myself, talking about Jamie Lycan Theory, talking about JB, or talking about Susie. Like Shangy, that's your entire audience, Shangy, is a Dramasphere infested audience with the Dramasphere disease. So if you don't do what you're doing, you'll have no traction because you don't have an audience that's there for what you really want to do. So you have to feed into the drama to get traction. Thank you, Queen. The trolls are trying to bypass anything they can. Mama Goonie, I can see how it is hard to ignore when someone is using some racially sensitive remarks. All I could do is block them. Yeah, that's right, Mama Goonie. Part of the reason why I'm even doing this stream today is because I wanted to update people that, you know, no one is going to be around that's been a part of that drama. Now, Mama Goonie, I'm going to give you a pass because I think you were just trying to find out what was going on. And I think you're a good person. And I don't think you ever wanted to be. Yes, we see you, Fizzin. Yep. And I'll tell you exactly what it was. It was, I have such great security on this channel that even if I unban someone, if I added you to the Nightbot block word list, it also blocks channel names as well. And then I also had you as a block word, Red Pill Fizzin, on YouTube. So that's why I do get some trolls in here. And I've had probably 10 or 20 trolls come in here. But if I didn't have my security set up that way, I would literally be getting hammered by hundreds of trolls. So, you know, that's what happened, Red Pill Fizzin. So, if Shangy wants to stream about me all day, every day with Fire and Jules and you know, Kim W and Barbara P and all of them, go for it. You're all infested with the Dramasphere disease. It's the bottom line. I want nothing to do with it. It's boring. It's just stupid. And, you know, it's like, it's not going to get you folks anywhere. Now, as far as JB Gunner goes, you know, hang on a second. Now, you know, JB and his clan trolls. Let's see, crashed my dead friend's memorial last night. That's pretty messed up, Fizzin. And here's the thing. That's another situation where you have to ignore it, dude. Because, listen, dude. Unfortunately, there's nothing illegal about that. Is it messed up? Is it immature? Is it hateful? Yes. but it's not a legal issue, dude. And the bottom line is sometimes you just got to ignore things, because the more that you feed into it, the more they're going to keep doing that. And I had to learn that the hard way out here on YouTube. I feel bad for your friends. And let me tell you what's going to get people that do things like that, Fizzin, such as JB. Karma's going to get them in the end. Because karma has no deadline, right? But no, I feel for you, Fizzin. All I'm doing here is sharing, what's a civil matter, what's a criminal matter, and what's just, a stupid thing somebody said that's not a legal issue at all. They're just words. They're just words, and you just got to ignore them. They're just hateful words from a person that's insecure and doesn't love themselves. And they're projecting their insecurities. And they're using that to create content because they don't have any real content. You know what I mean? So, we're done with JB. As far as Susie goes, listen, Susie, I know you've been simulcasting me, and I'm not sure if you're doing it now or not. I'm not checking my messages behind the scenes, and my moderators are looking for that. We do have 41 people here, so maybe you're not. The bottom line, Susie, is this: a lot of the things that you've done out here on YouTube are not criminal things. I'm going to come out and say that. And if you have done some criminal things, they are criminal things that are considered, or sorry, not criminal things, law-breaking things is what I'm trying to say. If you have done any law-breaking things, okay, they're all a civil matter. And you, along with JB Gunner, both know the difference between a civil matter and a criminal matter. And most of the time, people are not going to take any action on that. So I'm not, here to say that you're out here violating the law. Have you done some things that could be considered a civil matter or even a criminal matter? Yes, you have done some things, but for the most part, all you've done is participate in this Dramasphere and just, hatefully attack people that don't believe in your agenda. It all stems back to this, and I've learned more about this I've learned more about this Corey Feldman Dramasphere over the last several months, because I've started to work closely with certain people that know the whole story. So now I understand what's been going on. Like, you and your, hate group of ladies, do not believe Corey Feldman. And you've got, Judy Haim, Corey Haim's, the late Corey Haim's mother, on your side, supporting you folks. Like, when are you going to let this go? Let Corey Feldman, just be himself. And if he has reason to believe that people like Charlie Sheen and others were molesting, Corey Haim and all that, like, they're entitled to their opinion, and, they're entitled to put out whatever they want to put out there. And in all honesty, this should be investigated. It should be. So where's the problem there? Like, you have your opinion, and so do your group of Dramasphere ladies. You have your opinion regarding this. You stated your opinion. You're entitled to it. Why can't you leave it at that, instead of you going and attacking anyone that disagrees with your opinion or opinions about the Corey Feldman and Corey Haim situation? It's ridiculous, Susie. And it's what your content on your Susie Q7979 channel is based on. Your entire, purpose on YouTube, for the most part, is this Corey Feldman drama. Without that, I'm not saying you're not capable of creating other content. You are, but you're choosing not to. So, Susie, how many times are you going to regurgitate this whole Corey Feldman, Corey Haim thing, and Judy Haim thing, and this whole issue with the Corey Feldman Dramasphere. Why can't we put it to rest? Why don't you, and this is just my opinion, I'm not even attacking you, I'm just saying, why won't you change your channel to talk about your experiences about being a 3-time convicted felon? And I say that with no disrespect, and what you did to overcome that, and, you know, what you've done to stay away from that and to be able to have a normal life. Because I'm more so leading to believe, Susie, that, you know, besides this Corey Feldman Dramasphere and your past felonies, which were a long time ago, let's just put those on the back burner, right? Let's just forget about that. I don't think you're really trying to be a bad person. And I'm not here trying to suck up to you. I'm stating the facts. I don't think you really are trying to be a bad person. I think what you're looking for is relevancy. And that's what the entire Dramasphere is looking for. They're looking for relevancy and attention. And they're trying to gain traction on their, you all are trying to gain traction on your channels, which is what I'm trying to say. And you feel that talking about this Corey Feldman stuff and other Dramasphere aspects of the Dramasphere, such as myself, JB, and Jamie, and all of them, are getting you traction. Well, it is getting you traction amongst the Dramasphere people, which is a core group of about 100 or 200 people. And that's as far as that audience goes. You might get 40 to 60 to 70 people on your live streams, but you're never going to get 100 or 200, and you're never going to grow past a few thousand subscribers if you only focus on this one very small niche Dramasphere diseased market. You could offer so many better things than that based on your personal life experiences. You could call yourself Coach Susie Q, right? Or Coach Susie, right? Why don't you do that? Everyone else has copied me and made themselves a coach. Why don't you become Coach Susie Q 7979? Right? Or Coach Susie, right? And focus on sharing your personal experiences of going through the penal system and how you reformed yourself into now having a married life and children, and you stayed out of legal trouble. Now again, I'm not saying that you haven't done some things that are questionable, right? But who hasn't? But at the end of the day, I don't really think, and I might get crap for this, I don't really think you're as bad of a person as people say you are. I don't think that. But you have done some things to me and to others solely on the fact that we disagree with some of your opinions, especially in regards to the Corey Feldman and Corey Haim situation. Queen Helen Casey. Corey Feldman and his family left the country because people are trying to kill him, literally. Yeah, and that side called the Wolf Pack, right? They tried to kill many people. They did. Those are facts. I'm not lying there. And there's no proof that Susie or any one of her people were involved in that. But it is true, because I've heard that from more than one person. I've heard that from many people. So, Susie, here's the thing. The only thing that you've really ever done wrong to me is violate my copyright. And because you continue to simulcast me, I have to take you to court. And I believe it's 3 years to take you to court. Again, I'm focused on the DeRosa Show fake swatting case, and I'm working on that right now. And I've got all my evidence on a thumb drive and ready to go. I just haven't had a chance to go down to the police station yet because I've been working on some other things that have been taking up most of my spare time that I have left outside of everything else I do between YouTube and my day job. So I'm focusing on that, and then I'm going to focus on the small claims copyright case. That's a legitimate case. Everything else is just a civil matter. Oh, and to be honest, the copyright case is a civil matter as well. It's actually more of a criminal matter because it is copyright, but it's in the eyes of the courts, I have to file in a civil manner, and that's what small claims court's all about. And one more thing, Susie. You claim that you sent out some papers and you've been sending out some cease and desist notices to people. Well, first of all, I never received any document like that from you at any one of the addresses that's listed in my background check, whether it's where I live or not, whether it's one of my family properties or not. Okay? And here's what I'm going to say. I'm not trying to hide, from, where I live and stuff like that. It's not that big of a deal. But what I am doing this week is I'm going to go to the post office and get myself a P.O. box because I want to separate my coaching and YouTube mail. So that way, if someone like you wants to try to serve me with something or wants to send me something like that, you know exactly where to send it. Okay? And here's the thing. If you want to serve me with something, all you have to do is tell me where you want me to meet your process server, and I will meet them and have them hand it to me. Because here's the thing. I haven't broken any laws. I haven't violated anything at all. Okay? All I've done is come out here and defend myself from the things that you folks have done to me. Okay? But if you think that you have enough on me to get a restraining order or an anti-stalking order or whatever, what have I said to you that could get that? And I know you're not saying that. I'm just trying to throw every possible scenario out there. Okay? And if you're going to send me a cease and desist, okay, which is what I know you've sent to some people, again, I'll say the same thing that J.B. Gunner said. The cease and desist doesn't mean shit. All it is a piece of paper from your law office stating that if you don't stop what you're doing, what you're claiming I'm doing, we're going to sue you. You still would have to sue me for something that I've never done. Now, you have the right to sue anyone for anything, right? Doesn't mean it's going to hold water in a court of law. So, if you're trying to get me some information, if you're trying to send me a cease and desist or whatever, just let me know where to meet your process server. Okay? Let me know, how you want to get that to me. As soon as I get my P.O. box, it's going to be sometime this week, then I will start promoting that in all my videos in the description section. I'm going to make it very easy for you folks to be able to send me stuff and to be able to send you stuff from. And that's enough said regarding that. As far as Brutally Lauren goes, Brutally Lauren, you did a stream the other night, a long stream. I think it was a 3 or 4 hour stream or something. I mean, let me take a look. Let me take a look. Give me a second here. Ooh, the Mad Shangy Show. 20 waiting, scheduled for 3:45 p.m. I know you're watching me, Patrick. You got a picture of my face on your thumbnail, you're going to get banned. So what are you going to do, Patrick? You're going to regurgitate the same stuff over and over and over again? Like, is that all you're going to do? Like, see, all I do on these shows, when I even talk about you folks, is basically mention what you folks are doing. I don't regurgitate, I don't come at you folks. All I do is call you out on what you're doing. I'm not attacking anybody. But look, man, look at this. This dude is so insecure and so immature and has, no other relevancy that he has to sit there and immediately react and create streams when anyone talks about, the stupid things he's doing. Like every time. And see, Patrick, a.k.a. the Mad Sheng, a.k.a. Coach Shengy, you've been doing drugs lately on camera. So now, you're not only smoking marijuana, you've been doing other hard drugs. So in my opinion, you become no better than J.B. Gunner and the rest of these people. And you continue to deteriorate day after day. And I'm going to tell you the same thing that I told DeRosa's show. You continue to do this stuff, at one point, your channel will go down one way or another because you are violating guidelines, copyright, community, and others, and the terms of service too. So do what you got to do. It's all good. Have your fun. Call me out on whatever you want to call me out on. There's nothing new to talk about. I've said it all. You've said it all many times. And if you think that you're going to grow off of my plate, let me tell you something. The only thing that you're going to have is the Dramasphere audience that's not going to donate to you anyway. And the good people that are here on my channel, for the right reasons, are not going to go anywhere in the Dramasphere. And if they do, they're going to get banned. That's the bottom line. It's one or the other. So there's really no upside for you to do this, Patrick. So it's all good. It's all good. Oh, Patrick, you love me like a brother, dude. You do. You do. I'll just sit here and laugh in your face, dude, because I'm secure within myself, and I'm a lot more mature than you've ever been or will ever be, Patrick. Now, let's go to Brutally Lauren here. Brutally Lauren. Brutally Lauren streamed 18 hours ago. Small tube drama always. A 3-hour and 17-minute live stream. 649 views. Of course you get the views when you talk about drama, because that's all you have, Lauren. Well, that's not all you have. That's all you choose to do. That's a better way to put it. 1.57K subscribers. I clicked on that literally for 5 minutes, and I believe it was her and Zia's son, if I remember. She's really close with Zia's son. And Zia's son is this, Lauren has told me in the past, he's this like disabled dude in his 20s. No disrespect about the disability, but he's just some dude that is insecure and immature and uses YouTube as an entertainment outlet to make himself feel better. I tuned in for 5 minutes just because I wanted to see who was there. I skimmed through it and I'm like, this isn't worth my time. Like, this is boring stuff. It's the same old shit, different day. That's all it is. And here's the thing, Lauren. I've told you before, I'll tell you this again. You are much better than this, and you could rise above this and create real content. You are a mental health professional. You could create good content that would eventually get your channel more views than you're getting through the Dramasphere. You see, the reason why you're a part of the Dramasphere, Lauren, is because you claim that your friends are there, right? Okay, so you've got a bunch of friends that love drama, that are into drama and do drama shit all the time. And there's no way you're going to be able to ever run both drama streams and create your regular content. I've struggled with that myself. I really want to get back to creating my real content, but until I quarantine the Dramasphere like I have here today, I can't move forward. And that's why I did this today, to quarantine it completely and move forward. You see, Lauren, the only way you're ever going to be able to create your real content that's supposed to be the main purpose of your channel, creating your mental health content, is by removing all these people from the infested Dramasphere disease. All of them, including Zia Sun, JB, Susie, Shangy, freaking Jamie, all these people. You got to get rid of them all, because even one of them will infect you and you'll never be able to do the real you. And you also know if you ban them all and you started creating your mental health content, you'd get no views because you'd have no audience, because your audience is 100% a Dramasphere diseased audience. I think you're much better than that. I think you have a lot more to give this world with your mental health, information as a mental health professional than, running drama shit streams all the time just because they seem to get you an okay amount of views and a few super chats here and there, right? And maybe a few PayPals. But again, you have a limited market. You will never get to 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 subscribers. You will never get thousands of views on your videos. You might get 600 to 1,000 views every now and then, but you're never going to get past that with this Dramasphere, infected, diseased, marketed people. And I think you know that. So if you want to continue doing what you're doing, it's on you. You do you, right? If you enjoy being a part of the Dramasphere, and you put it in your title, small tube drama always. Like, you basically want the drama because you know the drama gets you traction. And plus, Lauren, you like to talk about people too. You like talking smack about people too. You see, I don't come out here and talk smack about people unless they instigate it. If somebody comes at me, I'm going to defend myself, and I'm going to professionally and as maturely as possible give them my opinion in response and then shut it down. But I'm never going to attack anybody, and I never have. But again, you were another one that was trying to work something out with me. And all you were doing was trying to play me for information. You played me for information. You played RJ, for information. The bottom line is this, Lauren. You're not a bad person, but you're seeking relevancy and attention. That's what you're seeking, doing what you do. You're seeking relevancy and attention. And that's what it all boils down to. And it's sad because, once again, I think you're much more talented than that, and you're wasting your talents with the wrong audience. But have fun. Continue doing streams with your, drama-infected and drama-diseased audience and see how far that takes you. Again, you'll make a few super chats here and there, and you'll get 600 to 1,000 views every now and then, but you'll never grow beyond that unless you get rid of this audience and then rebuild a new audience of people that are there for your actual purpose, which is your mental health content. It is 3:37 p.m. Pacific, 6:37 p.m. Eastern, folks. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm at the 2-hour and 6-minute mark, folks. Get rid of Hidden Patriot, please, Queen. That's actually similar evil, conservative and proud. Get rid of that channel before I do it. I'd appreciate it. Thank you, Queen. I've said everything I had to say. I've removed 100% of any leak into the Dramasphere. I'm done with it. I want nothing to do with it. And I'm at the point right now where the only time I will talk about it is if they do something, I will report the news. I will report it when I feel I have to report it. And if anyone's going to question me when I report Dramasphere news for information purposes, for raising awareness, if anyone questions that, then that'll be the last day you're on this channel. I don't have a problem with people, challenging me on, views and other things. But the type of content I decide to do out here is completely up to me. Now, if you folks want to make suggestions, I'll do my best to do content on that. But if I decide to do any public service announcements, if I decide to do any streams that have the purpose of raising awareness, that's on me. And if you question me on that, I won't even respond to you. I'll personally ban you, including if you're a moderator. Now, I know my mods here right now are great. Right now, I will tell you, I've got a very small mod crew. My mod crew, I have like 10 moderators. Like maybe 10 or 12. I had 50, 60 moderators. And I narrowed it down to the ones I can trust. And I'll tell you something. I've got a few moderators that are always here, especially Queen Helen Casey, who is incredible. And that's why I feel that I could scale back on my moderators. And that way, if anything does happen where somebody goes rogue, I can narrow it down. I'll message you later on Hangouts. I have some technical questions. Yeah, Fizzin, are we connected on Hangouts? Let me see, dude. Fizzin, can you put your email in the chat? My spam filter will catch it. My spam filter will catch it, the one that you use for Hangouts, and I want to make sure that you're on block there so you can send me messages, dude. Now, moderators, do not moderate when that pops up on the screen. I want to copy and paste it, and I'll delete the email myself. So, folks, like I said, all right. I got it, dude. I'm gonna remove your email because I don't want too many people to see it there, dude. That's if you want to give it to them, you give it to them. But you're not banned, dude. I just deleted the message, but I got it. Let me just make sure. Yep, I'm glad you sent it to me because you were blocked. And I'm gonna unblock you right now. Let me turn on notifications. I am here, bro. Fizzin, I just sent you a message on Hangouts and we're good. And I'll never block you again because I know what is yours, Mama Goonie? Is it the one you've been emailing me at? Mama Goonie, go ahead and put that. Go ahead and put that in the chat. One more thing, Eli says, Red Pill Fizz, and I never had a problem with you, but the Dramasphere created the fake one between. You're right, bro. And that's what it is. Red Pill Fizz, and I've been saying this all along. JB Gunner pins people and pits people against each other to create fake drama so that way he has content to sell to his audience that love this type of cringy content and pay him money for it. All right, I got your, I'm going to remove that email there. I got it, Mama Goonie. I just deleted that message, but I got it. I'm adding you right now. All right, it's asking me to send you an invite. So I've sent you the invite. And once you go, you have to go into your invite section of your Hangout app or on your desktop. You know how to do it. And once you do it, okay, we're good. Hello. Awesome. Talk with you later. Now you're going to hear this 25 seconds later from when I'm typing Mama Goonie, because I use normal latency in the studio for high quality streaming, and there's a 25-second delay. She's like, finally, sheesh. Oh, hey, I'm a busy dude. I got a lot of things to do. Yeah, Fizz, and again, I know what you're saying, dude. I think we're finally getting to the bottom of this after all these years and all this time. And Fizz, and at some point, look, at some point we will do some interviews together. But when if I do interviews with you or some other people, we'll have to do them on a Grip on Life too, because they're not advertiser friendly. Isn't Hangout supposed to be gone this year? They say now by June it's going to be replaced by Hangouts Chat and Meet, but there's been no update to it. Look, what I've been hearing is going to happen, Queen, is that Google Hangouts Chat and Meet is going to replace Google Hangouts. It's basically going to be a more modern and updated version of the same thing. And I believe they're going to import all the contacts to Google Hangouts Chat and Meet. So as long as you're on the same account, when they make the transition from Google Hangouts to Google Hangouts Chat and Meet, then you're good. Look, Google's not going to get rid of the chatting service. Like, Google knows that, because Google owns YouTube, Google knows people on YouTube use Hangouts to communicate. So, and they want people to stay on their platform longer. But I'll keep you folks in the loop. In the meantime, Hangouts works fine. Hangouts to me is decent quality. Audio and video up to 720p. But I think Hangouts Chat and Meet's going to have even higher resolution video. But I'll make you aware of any changes as soon as they happen. But for right now, we're good. And we will more than likely still be good afterwards. They're just going to change the interface a little bit. Red Pill Fizzin'. All right. Glad we could get that straight out. I got my own platform now. Besides here, that's where I'm staying at. Thank you, Fizzin'. No, I got you, bro. Okay, that's what I thought, says Queen Helen Casey. All right, here's the thing, folks. I'm gonna wrap this up because I definitely want to get out to a walk. I'm probably gonna do a walk at around 5 or 5:30 Eastern. Sorry, 5 or 5:30 Pacific, which is 8 or 8:30 Eastern. But here's the thing, folks. And this is the honest truth. This is not a skit. This is just how I feel and what I've done. The Dramasphere disease has been quarantined. It's kind of like a funny play on the COVID-19 coronavirus thing. But it's a similar thing. In order to get rid of the drama, you have to quarantine anyone that's remotely connected with it. Because even if you're remotely connected with it, you are infected. And it's really sad to me that a lot of great people I met that ended up going to that other side have stayed there, or even if they've left, they still go back and forth. And that creates a leak between the Dramasphere and my channel. And I don't want any leaks. I just want to move forward. That's all I want. It's just sad to me that people like RJ Sandiford, that I really care for, keep just, going back and forth and keep playing both sides. And I just can't do it anymore, RJ. I can't. I've tried so many times with you, and it's the same result. And you know what they say, you know, when you keep on doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, that's called insanity, right? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. RJ, I've given you so many chances, like loads of chances. And every time I've been nothing but good to you and fair to you. And every time, you know, you keep on going back and telling the other side things that I've shared with you in private. Right? Now, you may come back at me and say, well, Eli, you know, you got all these recordings on me and this and that. Well, RJ, we got all that stuff. And by the way, RJ, you know, if you do want to figure out, it wasn't me that recorded you, but if you want to figure out, you know, who did it, and if you want to sue them civilly, go right ahead. Do what you got to do. But you're not going to do it. So what I'll say is this. We got those recordings there, RJ, to basically show who you really are and to basically debunk any BS that you try to go and tell the other side. You go and tell the other side that, you know, oh, Eli, all he ever does is talk about JB Gunner, but then when you come on my side, you're saying JB, all you ever do is talk about Eli. Listen, I never instigate anything with any one of these people. Well, I've never instigated anything. All I've ever done is defend myself. They keep coming at me and using me for content and simulcasting my streams. If that was happening to you, RJ, wouldn't you feel the need to defend yourself? Now, you could try to walk away, and I did try to walk away, and I have not been feeding into it. You know, I've just been defending myself. And I even tried ignoring them, but then they kept on, you know, messing with my audience. So there was no other way around it, RJ, and that's the truth of the matter. But you're never going to understand it, and I'm not blaming you, RJ. I understand that you're a blind man. You're a good man with a good heart and a good soul, and you're also autistic and have difficulty understanding certain social cues. I get that. And despite the fact that, you know, I feel it is because of your autism that you're going back and forth. So again, it's not something I can hold against you. I just can't keep going back and forth. You're a leak to the Dramasphere. And in order for me to move forward, I have to close all leaks and quarantine the Dramasphere disease. So that's sad, dude. You're a good guy. I even think Brutally Lauren can be a good person. And as weird as it may be for me to, you know, say this even about Susie, I think Susie can be a good person too if she chooses to be. If she can remove herself from this Corey Feldman drama and just create real content about her own personal life experiences, I think she could make a great coach. I think she could help a lot of people stay out of trouble. The drama's old, folks. It's old. It's dumb. It's not fun anymore. I mean, I'll admit there were some times in the past where it was entertaining even for me, but it's not even entertaining anymore. I'm so bored of it. It's just not entertaining at all. It's not. It's gotten so regurgitated that it's the same old thing. There's nothing new. They keep playing the same cards over and over again. Cuck Eli this, cuck Eli that. Or, you know, let's dox Eli. Or, you know, this is Eli's living situation. Oh, Eli is a smoker, which I'm not. Like, it's the same old shit, different day. It's gotten old. It's time for everyone to move on. And just do your own thing. And make something out of yourself. And while you may lose a little bit of traction, you know, while you're making the transition from Dramasphere content to your own purpose, if you stick to it, you'll eventually get an audience back and grow it even bigger. You are limited with this Dramasphere market. And if you continue to be a part of it, it's going to be your demise regarding whatever you're trying to accomplish. And that's where I'm going to wrap up this show here today at 2 hours and 22 minutes. I want to thank all the moderators in the chat. I want to thank all the consumers of content. I want to thank you, even Red Pill Fizzin, for being here. I agree, drama's unproductive. It is. I thank you, bro. I thank you so much. I'm glad that, we could resolve things, dude. I'm glad to understand you a lot better in regards to your thoughts about this Dramasphere situation. It's not just JB, dude. JB is one of the main instigators. He is the main instigator. He is the one that stirred up this whole pot initially. But it's all these people I mentioned. And it's so infested. And it's just gotten so bad that the only way to quarantine it is to get rid of anyone remotely associated with it. The choice is yours, folks. You either want to be in the drama sphere or you want to be, on other channels that are creating real content. All right, folks. I'll be back probably around 5 or 5:30 Pacific, 8 or 8:30 Eastern. For a walking stream, and then I'll call in that after that. Have a good one. See you all soon, more than likely. Bye-bye. Bye. We're out. Red Pill Fizzin. Right there. You see that? Magic of a green screen. It's right there. Where is it? Oh, let's go. Right there. You see that? Red Pill